Hey, good morning. Roy here with another video, and today I'm going to give you a secret that'll help you get ahead if you are stuck, if you are burdened with all of your bills and responsibilities and you can't ever get ahead. It doesn't seem like you ever have enough money to buy the things that you want to buy. But before I get into that, if you're new here, give me a thumb, give me a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, go down into the comments and write, I subscribed, and I will do my best to follow up with each and every one of you that takes the time to do that. I surely appreciate it. Okay, now, a lot of people think that the reason why they can't get ahead, the reason why that they don't have the money to buy the things that they need to buy is because they don't make enough money. Well, let me tell you a secret. Income isn't going to fix your problem. It's not. It doesn't matter how much income you have coming if your idea of money and your purpose of having money is to just spend it. If the more money that comes to you, you have more ways of just spending it. If every time you get a little bit more money, your lifestyle goes up to match your income, then you're just spending money as fast as you're making it. You probably don't have anything set aside. You probably don't have any real goals. You probably don't have any real plans on how you're going to prepare for your future. And that's really the problem. And a lot of people might not want to hear this, but there is a way that you can start getting ahead and you can actually have money at some point in the future. You don't realize the little damages that stuff happens in the moment. The subscriptions that you're paying for, the lots of little things that you just have to have that is sucking your income away from you. And the key is to learn how to live on less than you're making. And that is different for everybody. But if you take some time to seriously reflect on what is actually needed and what isn't needed, you can come up with a plan. I've done this before with other people. I've seen it done. It doesn't matter if you're making $20,000 a year or $100,000 a year. There is a way that you can sit down and you can be like, okay, so I'm spending, this much on sandwiches at the gas station every day. I'm spending this much on fancy coffee over here. I'm spending this much on whatever the case may be. There is probably some things that you're paying for convenience that isn't needed, rather than something you can do alternative to that that would be cheaper, like buying your own coffee grinder at home. Might cost a little bit more up front, but it'll save you money in the long run. Buying your own fancy coffee maker at home. Having a sandwich maker, something to produce the exact same thing that you need. Say you need food, right? The need is food, or the need is coffee. There is a way to get that cheaper, probably better than what you're paying for right now. And it's a simple process. It doesn't have to be complicated. You sit down and actually think about little things that you can do to change your spending, and then you take that money and you set it aside. Sometimes it's as simple as maybe setting it aside for Christmas. Sometimes maybe it's setting it aside for your retirement. Maybe it's setting it aside for, a new house. Maybe it's setting it aside for, new tires or something else that is needed in your life. But when you start developing the habit of putting away extra or that's not needed for something else, then you're on the path towards becoming more wealthy. It kind of sounds a little bit opposite, right? It kind of sounds like, no, wait, how come I'm taking money away from myself? Well, think of it this way. How many people do you know that are rich? There's another problem you can solve. Go find somebody that's wealthy. They're probably not that bad of a person. Maybe start changing who you hang out with, who your friends are. You become like the closest 5 people that you are near to. Success leave clues. If you want to learn how to have more money, start focusing on people that have more money and how they got there. It doesn't have to be this great big fancy flash of light and all of a sudden you are a different person. It doesn't happen that way. It's in the little nitty-gritty things that you do every single day consistently and not put off that end up getting you to the result that you want. Keep the end result in your mind. Keep that picture of you having the money that you need, having that house, having that car, having that perfect wife, whatever it is that you want, your goal. Keep that in the forefront of your mind. And as you go about your day, little things will start popping into your head about how you can accomplish those things. And like I said, start living on a little bit less than what you're making. Maybe the beer you're buying is the fancy stuff. Maybe you can afford to buy a cheaper one. You know, we liked Bud Light, but for years there, while we were trying to get ahead, we didn't buy Bud Light. We bought Busch. It was cheaper. And then we took the money and used it somewhere else. And then there's all kinds of little programs to help you. There's all kinds of things that help you start saving money when you make that your goal. When you decide, hey, I am going to stop spending so much on this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to keep more of my money so that I have more. Millionaires aren't millionaires because they had $1 million and they spent it all. Millionaires are millionaires because they have $1 million still, probably several $1 million, maybe even 100 or 200 million dollars. They're still millionaires until they become a billionaire, right? But they have money, and it's creating them more money. They don't have money to the point to where they just spend it all. You wouldn't ever hear about them. Okay? So get the idea out of your head that as soon as you get $1 million, you're going to spend it on this. No. If you make $40,000 a year right now, $1 million is going to pass through your fingers, and you're not going to have anything to show for it. So start deciding how you're going to save. Like I said, there's tons of little things to help you. Have you ever heard of Ibotta? Literally, you go to the grocery store and you start scanning groceries and you pay for the groceries you're buying anyways. Ibotta will check what you scanned and give you cash back. And you go in there and you start looking at stuff that you buy anyways and you start putting it on your list or whatever. Then it'll start giving you a discount on those. It'll start giving you money back. Have you ever heard of a cashback credit card? No, credit cards aren't bad. People's habits with them are bad. If you have a credit card that gives you cash back, say 3% on food, you're spending a lot of money on food, 5% on hotels and convenience store stuff. If you're somebody that shops at a convenience store a lot or buys a lot of food outside of, say, your grocery store, restaurants, whatnot, fast food, maybe you're a worker that eats at fast food every day. Even if you just did this one thing, you took a cashback credit card and you bought the food with that and then you paid it off. And here's another secret, pay it off 5 days before your due date. Just little things that you pick up on, right? Start doing that, all of a sudden you start having more money. I have a cashback credit card last year, and all I basically use it for is when we go out to eat. Last year it generated me an extra $300. So of the times that I go out and eat with the family, I got an extra $300 back at the end of the year. Could I take them out on a fancier dinner, go to a fancier restaurant with an extra $300 I didn't have a plan for? Yeah. If I had an emergency in my life and I needed $300, could I pull it out at any time and have the cash? Yeah. But you have to start doing some of these things. You know, saving money where you can. Figuring out how to get the cheaper one. Might take you a little bit of time to figure out. Might be a little bit of work. Oh no. But you're not realizing the choice you're making by not doing that. By just paying for it. By just trying to figure it out. You know, shooting from the hip. I got this. I'm a big boy. I'll figure out life. How's that going for you? Now, if you're interested in Ibotta, if you're interested in the cashback credit card, I'm going to put links down below this. And there's several other programs too, kind of get your mind going on ways that you can save. And another thing, I promote a savings membership where literally you can go in there and search for stuff and you get an employee discount. Yeah, this one costs a monthly fee, but it's worth it and it pays for itself. You literally go search like how you can save on gas, how you can save on your groceries, where you can save this, that. Once you get into that mindset of not living on every bit of money that you have and you're trying to save and you're putting stuff back into your pocket, then it makes sense. Made a video yesterday on how you can save $100 on tickets to Disneyland with your family. The cruises and the events, there's live events. Do you like going to live events? Cost you $20 to save $100 or so. Is it worth it? Yeah. Does it pay for itself? Yeah. And on top of that, when you start sharing that with other people, you make money when they buy too. You make a residual income on their $20 a month. What in the world? There is no excuse in today's world if you're really starting to research and you're really starting to do your due diligence on why you can't be saving money that you can use somewhere else and having more money come back to you. And then figuring out how to use that. I'm going to be working on something in the next little bit that is going to help take that extra money that you're not going to spend no matter what, that you're setting aside for maybe retirement or something else big towards the end of your life, and help you grow that. Well, there are ways to accomplish those things. Stick around with me in my channel, watch my videos. I am on my path towards doing those kinds of things, and you can do what I'm doing. It's not that hard. Yeah, it takes time. Yeah, it takes a little effort. Yeah, you're going to have to do something every day, but it's well worth it. All right, so again, those links to Ibotta, to the cashback credit card, and to the savings system are going to be in the description of this video. Go there, check them out, start seeing little ways that you can save money, and I'm happy to see you make a better life. Now, I'm no financial accountant. I'm no person that can give you financial advice. This is just what I do. You do it at your own risk. Okay? See you on the next video.